This is my cycles on mirror cycles and Dewey. You see the Dewey cycles are down here. This is on average. It shows potential turning point somewhere around July the 8th. Interesting. And then it goes down and it does a cycle low around July the 26th, and then it rallies. The mirror cycle is showing a possible turning point somewhere around July 1st, 2nd, which matches the seasonality. And then it rallies up to like August 5th. It goes even past. Then it kind of pulls back and then resumes. The Gann swings are negative. This is the advance is down, and the regular Gann swing is down. So it's waiting for the reversal. And sometimes a lot of traders use this. I use this a lot. So once this turns positive, it gives us the green light to go long, or you could just wait for price action to tell you that. And there's a lot of theories and techniques how to figure that out. Okay, this is the fractal chart I use from this high in 27 to the February 20 low. We put our Gann fans. You can see that it failed at the 1x3. We're hovering around the 1x2. That could potentially be support, but we don't know yet. From the February low, you can see that we're right at the 1x1. So this is key line in the sand. There's another angle I have. What is it? Is it this one? Yeah, that was at 263. So anywhere between here, 263 to 260, that's the 1x1 right there. So it's very important if we hold that. If we don't, we're going to start creeping into the side of weakness, that if the bears smell that, they could potentially start pouncing. But if it does crack, this is going to be an area that I'll be watching just in case it's going to continue into July. It may be potentially August, but we don't know yet. But we need to hold this line this week. Is very important. On the Gann square, you can see that this low was very important, 257. We need to hold that. If it doesn't, there's going to be a lot of open air below. The ellipse, we already cracked right through it. The day you want to watch will be July the 23rd, but not a good sign. But, you know, it is what it is. That's how markets are. And I think the last one was from this low to this high. You can see that right here around July the 26th. This is where we're at. So I don't know if this is a bear trap and then it's going to bounce. We don't know, but there's some kind of timing point here on July the 26th, and it's pushed down. So if there is a reversal, then maybe it was a bear trap. But if it continues, there could be more sign of weakness. This is another model I'm watching. So this is the solar cycle. It bottoms out around July the 3rd. And then this cycle goes up all the way to August 31st. So this is probably our rally. This could potentially be our wave 4 into wave 5. And it kind of peaks out around August the 29th. So that's a good rally if that plays out. Our spectrum cycle analysis here, the green one showing a potential turning point around you can say the first week of July. So let's see if that plays out. If it doesn't, it could be a deeper correction with the blue one and so forth. Let's look at our Bradley model. Our Bradley model is indicating some potential turning point around July the 4th. And that probably could cover a lot of markets. So if you're watching other stuff, be on the watch out, on the lookout for that. So that could affect natural gas here for our pop. You can see that it goes down. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to turn. It's just turning points. So I'm not looking at it direction wise. I'm looking at it for turning points. And if it doesn't, and it continues going down, yeah. So possibly, yeah, maybe August 17th could be our turning point, which lines up with the dominant cycle 26 on the weekly chart using the spectrum analysis. And lastly, our neural net, which is the computer forecasting, my assistant. July the 4th. So doesn't July 4th ring a bell for you? July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, isn't it? Isn't it showing you already a theme? I don't know. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. Maybe ignore it and continue going down. But from the data-driven guy that I am, I see some clusters lining up on the first week of July. We just have to wait for that reversal. And it's showing a potential turning point August 1st, and then lastly August 9th. So maybe it could rally till August 1st and then turn down, or continue rallying until the 9th and then turn down. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. A couple of things here. Fourier analysis indicating maybe a potential turning point with the projection line here. All these waves. I use a harmonic of 3. So let's see, maybe this is going to turn here. And also, here's another one from a different swing point, and it's all kind of clustering here. And you got some crossovers here. So I don't know, we'll see. It's going to be an interesting week coming up. Let's check out what the Black Widow has for us today. As you can see, value point of control has been violated at 265, and it looks like it's pushing lower. Never mind this. This is an anchor VWAP from the August 23rd high of 2022. But this is the one that you probably want to watch, because this is from the February 20 low of 152. It's a value area low of 335. I don't know if it's going to get there, but you never know. But what I do want to show you is the Andrews Pitchfork, APF. As you can see on a log scale, look where we at. Right at the middle in regards to geometry from these swing pivot points. As you can see, mine was here. I had to extend it now because originally it was here. I wanted to see how strong that gas was, Natty, Black Widow. See how strong she was using the 3-point. But it just showed that she was failing on the 11th of June. So I have to extend it here. And now this extends the midpoint here. So I want to see if the Black Widow is going to bounce from the midpoint here. If she's going to bounce from here, then maybe this is the end of the beginning of wave, pretty much the end of wave 4, and then going to wave 5. But if she doesn't bounce here, it could probably push even lower, and then you have a midpoint from here. So let's take baby step. Let's see if she could hold this area right here, which is your midpoint, and see if we could get a bounce. She kissed 254, which was the projection on the Elliott wave theory of a wave 4, and I think there's a lower one below that. But let's see if this holds. Let's see how today, I know we got a holiday and all that. And you guys know already the seasonality and all that stuff. I did a good video for you guys. You guys have a lot of data, a lot of information to make, the best decision you can make in regards to trading. As you can see on our monthly, we already have an inside bar. These are Heikin-Ashi, so they look a little weird, but I understand them. You're below the 20 SMA on the monthly. On the weekly, we got a PPS sell signal. We took out the point of control, which was 259. You haven't kissed a 50 SMA, which is somewhere around 250. And you're in the mobile band, so it's chopped. The trend is still up, but the candles are full when they're on Heikin-Ashis. My setting is, even though the trend is up, it's white. When the Heikin-Ashi candles turn, they get full bodies going down, so that's why it looks like that. But it's the system I have, that's how I understand it. But yeah, above the 20, above the 50, just a little pullback. Let's see where this correction is going to end for a possible resume to the upside. But be aware of that the MACD on the weekly is still negative. On the daily, let's open this up. This is interesting. So we have a big level over here. Look at this level. Look how strong that level is. That's 245. Remember that, 245. Your next one over here is 237, and then you have one over here, 225. But I think the strongest one is this one right here. And then on top of that, you got the 200, which is the green, and you got the 50 all together here, and the linear regression channel pointing at the bottom. So if it's going to go down here, this is a sweet spot. In my opinion, maybe. And then on top of that, you got July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th seasonality, possibly turning point, possibly. We don't know for sure. But possibly a turning point if that's all going to play out. On top of this support, this is a little hot zone I'm watching. So let's see if it gets down there, and then wait for price action to confirm a reversal, and maybe wait for the MACD to give us the green light. typically is the MACD, then is PPS, and then you see kind of price action, or probably price action first and then all the signals because they kind of lag a little bit. But either way, let's see if it gets down there. I'm still waiting. I'm patient. I want to see how this is all going to play out with the Black Widow. Let's go now to our other chart here. As you can see, I extended. It was too big. Well, we could keep it there. As you can see, mine anchor was here. I extended it here, but we're not at the 50 here because this is a non-log scale chart. So I like to look at both to see what the log traders are looking at and what the not the log traders are looking at. And you can see that there's still open space. So you got the 75 right here that it will find support, or here. I think that's it for this chart. Let's go into our midpoint chart. As you can see, there's support here on the weekly of 255. Let's see if this is going to hold. This is our 25%. Yep. And on the daily chart, it's kind of hidden here, but this is our low of 257. Let's see if we could get above that. In our 4-hour chart, we bounced off of here, but this is a possible target on the which is the weekly levels. 252, and this is extreme, 246. So this covers the whole week of trading, these levels. 252 and 249, sorry. 252 and 249. Extreme targets for possible bounces or support. And for today only, I mean, we couldn't even get to the midpoint of 267. It's just pushing lower. Let's see if 255 holds, or extreme for today will be 250. Lastly, we're up 9. So we made a low around 255. It was around here. That lines up with our 152 low of February the 20th. And if we can't get out of here, it's going to go to 249. And if 249 doesn't hold, chances are that it could probably, I don't know, probably hit 246 all the way to 241. It'll probably be in this area. Yep, pretty much. 246 doesn't hold. 241. But definitely 249 is the 90 degrees. So let's see if that holds there. But so far, it's a stair stepping, and it's maybe because the time is not yet for it to turn, so the bulls are not showing up. But we'll see. Black Widow likes to play tricks, so you just got to be, ready, on guard. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.